All right, good evening, everybody. Jesse Montano out here in St. Louis. The Avs take down the Blues 2-1 with a late goal from Devon Toews in just the last few minutes. Looked like maybe he was tipped by Miles Wood, but right now it is listed as Devon Toews' goal. What a huge win for the Avs. This was one of the uglier hockey games that we've seen in a while. Both teams, really. I mean, I thought really the Blues were probably the better team for large portions of the game, the majority of the game. The Avs really struggled to generate offense in the first and second period. Third period was probably their best period, so kind of an opposite of what they had just a couple nights ago. And it is, like I said, Devon Toews off a really nice play in the dot. Ryan Johansson wins it back. Val Nichushkin makes a really, really strong play on the puck to get it out to Devon Toews, who just stepped into it, hammered it, and got through some bodies and was able to find the back of the net. This was an important game for the Avs to win, not just the points. Obviously, you always want the point. Jared Bednar has stressed, not just Jared Bednar, the whole team. They have stressed the importance of being able to win 2-1, 1-0 hockey games. It feels like right now the Avs are either blowing teams out or losing. So to see them have a game like this where their defensive details can be sharp and they can keep things in control in a tight game late in the third, that was an important moment for them. It gives them something to build off. Logan O'Connor talked to me after the pre-Christmas Arizona Coyotes game and said that's kind of a blueprint for us. That's the way that we know we know that's a recipe for success. Tonight I think is kind of the same thing in my opinion in terms of that's a blueprint for the Avs. Didn't bring their best game tonight. The offense wasn't clicking for them. They went long stretches without really being able to generate much, but they found a way to dig in and win a game. So I think this is a blueprint in maybe a little bit of a different way. Other person that I wanted to touch on a little bit here is Alexander Georgiev. I thought he was great. I actually asked Jared Bednar this morning about Georgiev and said, hey, look, I know he goes through stretches. I know he has, the flashes where he makes big saves, but the numbers are starting to look a little bit rough. He came into tonight a sub-900 goaltender, meaning he's stopping fewer than 90% of the shots that he's facing. I asked Jared Bednar, are you at all concerned? He said no, and then Alexander Georgiev goes out and turns in an effort like that. Just has to fill you with a ton of confidence if you're Jared Bednar, if you're this Avs team that's saying, okay, we're all going through a rough stretch. Alexander Georgiev is no exception to that. But we found a way to grind it out here. We found a formula that worked. Our top guys weren't great. The offense, like I've said now several times, wasn't quite there, but you get contributions from Ryan Johansson. That's a big goal for him. And then you get a contribution from someone on your back end. So that's that kind of depth that we talk a lot about, being able to pick up the Avs here in a game that they really needed against a Blues team that was hot coming into tonight. 5-1 in their last 6 coming in tonight were the St. Louis Blues. So that's a big game for the Avs. They also get it done in regulation. Don't give up any points to a Central Division foe. That's a good game from the Avs. Like I said, I don't know if I want to re-watch that game. It wasn't a super clean, super fun game to watch back and forth. That's not a game you want to show to someone who's trying to get into hockey or you're trying to show them a game for the first time. But sometimes you got to win ugly ones, and this may be an instance where winning an ugly game can instill some confidence and kind of give a shot of life to this Avs team that, not unlike what we saw with the Arizona Coyotes a couple nights ago, where they talked about post-game, the Coyotes saying, well, now we know we can come back in a game. We believe that we can come back in a game because we did it. Here's an example where the Avs didn't need to come back, but they needed to win a close game, and they needed to find a way to draw ahead, then close out late in the third period, and they did that tonight. So we'll see if they can build on that as they head home to take on the San Jose Sharks on New Year's Eve, heading back for that tomorrow morning. I am heading back for that tomorrow morning, so we can make sure we are bringing you guys everything on New Year's Eve back at Ball Arena. But the Avs take this one 2-1. Late goal from Devon Toews pushes the Avs over the hump, knock off the St. Louis Blues 3-0-1 in their last 4. Avs win this one here tonight in St. Louis.